Okay, we're recording another Friday Pilates class. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? We will begin lying on our back. So once you've made your way down onto your workspace, you'll have the knees bent, feet grounded to the floor, always lining feet up with hip bones in the front body. Make sure the feet also run parallel. All 10 toes are forward. Arms are going to lengthen down and open out slightly, 45 degrees. Turn your palms to face up and really press the backs of shoulders to the ground, which will roll them open and broaden you more across your chest. Feel the crown of your head reaching to the back of your workspace. Come here, bud. Chin is going to land about fist distance from chest. Sorry, guys, he's in the way a lot today. Find length to the spine. Take a moment here. On a breath in, you're going to tip your pelvis forward as if there was water in your pelvic bowl and you were trying to spill that water down onto your heels. Tipping forward, then on an inhale, you're going to tilt back. So imagine that water we're trying to spill on your belly button and the tailbone kind of curls and peels up. Sorry, that guy, I also cued the breath wrong. So go ahead and tilt the pelvis forward. Let the water spill to your heels. And then tipping back on the pelvis. Water into your navel. Let's do that once more. Forward. Water to your heels. Tipping back, water into your belly button. And then finding a midway place, a neutral pelvic bowl. There's going to be just a small, tiny lift in your lower back. With the eyes closed now to go more inward, bringing focus to the self, we'll begin with our breath. Let's start by taking a deep inhale through the nose. Then a long, steady exhale out through your mouth. Deep breath in, fill from the pit of your belly all the way into the top of your chest. Exhale, empty from top of chest, squeezing all the way down through the lower belly region. Empty completely. Feeling expansion of the midsection as you breathe in. Opening the ribs, filling the lungs. Exhale, squeezing breath out, knitting ribs back to midline, pushing the air out of your body. Continue with that light, easy inhale. Let's get a nice forceful exhale going. As if you're forcing air out through a straw. Very audible, strong. Physically, when you inhale, the belly will rise and the core muscles stay relaxed. Forcing breath out engages those muscles. So contract your core, firm up your belly, and feel that belly draw downward towards spine. Let's take the next few moments to stay just with the breath so that we can build up relationship between that and the core as they are directly related. The style of breathing isn't our normal day-to-day one, so we need to practice it and home in on it. Let's take 3 more cycles of breath. Try to pull your abs in even deeper each time you exhale. On that last round of breath, as you're exhaling and the belly is firming, you use the strength of your powerhouse to lift your feet off the ground and slowly draw the knees into your chest. Place then your hands on your knees. Begin to gently rock side to side. Make sure you really stay with the tempo of your breath, that you don't rush the movement, because then sometimes the quality of breath gets kind of lost. So they match up, they sync, they dance together. Then from side to side, begin to create a circular motion with the legs as you massage now into your lower back region, right above the tailbone. And take a moment then to pause, reverse the direction. Big inhales, long, strong exhales. Then bring the legs back into still. You're going to keep your right hand on your right knee. You're going to let the left arm come down beside you as you extend the left leg onto the floor. Flex your foot to anchor the leg down for stability. Using your right hand, I'm going to draw big circles now with your right leg. So the movement stems from your hip joint. So focusing on that so that you're not kind of twirling around by the knee, if that makes sense. So your hands on the knee, and that's just using as like a shift gear so you can guide the leg through this movement and massage into your hip flexor. Kind of work with the mobility of. Let's pause, reverse the direction. Try to open out as wide as you can and then come back through. Good, then go ahead and bring the leg back into still, nicely lined up with its hip. You're then going to flex your foot, lift the foot to sky, bend your knee a bit more deeply. Now, if you can, grabbing hold of the outer edge of foot. If that feels too much, ankle. If that feels too much, calf, or even hook your arm behind the thigh. We're getting into, it's called Half Happy Baby. It's a hip opener here. So what I'd like you to do, wherever you're holding on, is on a breath in, I want you to take that heel and pull it down towards your glute. And then as you breathe out, I want you to lift the foot up and imagine you're trying to pull the heel towards the back of your workspace. Like kind of opening to that area of your body, the hip. So we're going to take the heel down, pull it towards the glute, breathing in. And then exhale, lifting foot and feeling it try to pull back, but it also is going to start to widen out as well. Let's do that one more time. Taking the heel and pulling it down towards the glute, and then lifting the foot, pulling back, and then also again will come out a little bit wider. Once you've found that spot, then I want you to pull the knee down closer to the floor and breathe into that hip. Good, let's take one more inhale here. On the exhale, gently release the stretch. Take your left hand onto that knee as the right arm extends out to its side. As many breaths as you need, start to cross your leg over to the left while looking over right shoulder for spinal twist. Rotational now movement for spine, but make sure that the back of your right shoulder and shoulder blade really plugs down into the floor, that you're looking over that right shoulder as much as you can. That you allow your exhales to settle you more into space. Good, one more breath in. Firm up that core, exhale, slowly unwind. As you come through center, bend your left knee, ground that foot, and take your right ankle over that left knee. Flex your right foot and push the leg out, which is really going to help to open that hip back up. Now we want to stretch into those muscles there that kind of wrap around to glute, getting into piriformis. So figure 4 stretch, any variation that feels best for your body. If you're deciding to hold the left leg up like I am, just make sure the shoulders didn't strain to your ears. Make sure they're pulling down towards the floor and releasing. If you're deciding to offer movement, just make sure, again, very slow, very mindful. And offering that movement really allows you to get into all the nooks and crannies of the hip and the glute region. Good. And then if you were in movement, you're going to go ahead and gently come back into still. So let that stretch release. Uncross legs. Feet to the ground. And from here, let's pull the left knee into chest, hold on with the left hand, right arm down beside, and then the right leg extended down with an anchored leg, right, to the floor. Let's begin to now draw circles using your left hand for guidance with that left leg. Remember the movement stemming from the hip joint, not at the knee or the ankle or the foot. Focus on really opening that leg out to the side as much as you can. Good. Then go ahead, take a moment to pause and reverse the direction. Big inhales, strong but slow and steady exhales. Good, then go ahead and bring the leg back into still. You're gonna lift the sole of your foot to the sky and then grab hold where you can, either outer edge of foot, ankle, calf, or hooking arm behind the thigh. Half happy baby. So with an inhale, excuse me, take the heel and pull it down towards your glute. As you exhale, lift the foot to sky and feel the foot pull back and widen out. Again, draw the heel down to your glute, inhaling, lifting and pulling back, exhaling. Take your time. Be gentle here. Once more. Draw down to glute, breathe in. Slow pull back. And then hold here. Now see if the knee can pull down closer to the earth and breathe into that left hip. Good. One more breath in. Gently release. And as you release, start to cross the leg over. Right hand to the knee, left arm out to its side. Continue the cross over to the right side of your workspace while looking over left shoulder for your twist again. Rotational movement. Find your anchor points, backs of shoulders equally. Let that left leg really start to land and settle. Softening where you can and letting go. Good. Let's take another breath in here. Firm up your belly, exhale, start to unwind through center. Once you unwind to center, bend your right knee, take the foot to ground, left ankle over that knee, flexed foot, pushing leg open. Again, any variation of the figure 4 here that you would like to take, it can certainly be something different than what you had done the last time. Be mindful of sensation, right? Oftentimes we do these stretches fairly frequently, practically every class. So sometimes we get into autopilot, right? We know how it feels, we know the position, but I'd like you to really stay present and mindful. Every day is different. Our muscles every day also are different. So therefore, sensations might be different, and you may notice something today might feel better on your body than it might another. Good. Then if you were in movement, you're going to go ahead and come back to still, nicely centered. Let's release the stretch and then take both feet back to the floor again. Once there, then take the right leg up to the sky. Hold the back of the leg with both hands. Anchor your tailbone firm to ground. Excuse me. When you anchor that leg down, you're going to already anchor that tailbone down. You're already going to start to feel a deeper pull into the back of the leg. Now, from anchor, start to push the leg away from you, forward. What that does is it gives a lot of length to the leg. That's your push energy, and then meeting it by drawing the leg in closer, pulling back using your hands. Just making sure the knee doesn't start bending. The knee is bending, you've released the stretch. With length comes more sensation. So be more mindful of that rather than how closely the leg is coming into your body. Whew. Now, my hamstrings are really tight. Now, holding the stretch, I want you to draw slow circles with the foot only. So make sure the rest of your leg is nicely stabilized. We're rolling through the ankle, but again, take your time and be very sure you're finding your fullest range of motion. What's happening here is you're stretching more to your shin and calf, and because you're creating a circular motion, that sensation of stretch follows, right? So you might feel it at one point in the back of your calf, at one point at the front of your shin, at one point along the side of the shin. So just feel this out. Sorry guys, I got a frog in my throat. All right, let's take a moment, pause the foot, and then reverse direction of movement. Pardon me, goodness gracious. All right, and then let's go ahead and bring the foot back into still, but let's point the toes now. Firm. Feel the leg lock up. You're going to release your hands, take your arms beside you, and let the leg drop forward a bit so that the knee stacks above your hip. And then I want you to externally roll the thigh open. If you need more support, you can take arms out to T. From here, breathing in, start to slowly lower that right leg straight down towards the earth. Give a bit of resistance here. So imagine the leg we're moving through thick molasses. Then on your exhale, firm up your core and slowly pull the leg back up. Make sure not to draw in too close. Stop when the knee stacks above hip. Again, you're going to lower down, slow with resistance. Really reach out through those toes as far forward as you can to find good length. And then exhale, feel the lower belly pull down deep as the leg draws back up. We're going to do one more of these. Inhale, guide the leg down. Find the lift and pause. Keep the leg externally rotated. Let's take the right leg to, or left leg, geez Louise guys, sorry, left leg to the ground. If you're finding a lot of strain in your right hip flexor, bend the knee just a little bit. On a breath in, you're going to take that right leg, slightly cross it over body. It's a very small cross. And then even small here, circle. Exhale, sweep down, slightly open out to the side, and then restack leg above hip. Control using core. Cross over on an inhale. Sweep down, out, and stack up. We're doing two more here. Cross over. Make sure the backs of your hips are firmly rooted and they don't wobble or seesaw. Let's do this one more time. Cross over, breath in. Maintain that external rotation as you circle the leg around and then stop at the top. Now breathing in, you're going to start by opening the leg out to its side, which is a little bit more challenging. Exhale, sweep down and across, lift and stack. You can make the circle bigger, just maintain though control, opening. So although we're moving our leg, this is strictly a lot of abdominal strength to stabilize your body. Twice more. Good, one last time. Opening out on an inhale. Circling around, take your time. Stack the leg. Good, draw the knee in, hold on to the knee and circle it around here. Again, just massaging out the hip flexor. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and bend the knees, ground the feet again. Now to the other side, left leg lifts up. Hold behind with both hands and then really press down that tailbone to the floor. Start to push the leg forward, get a little bit more length, and then meet that energy by drawing the leg in a bit closer to body. Now, when you pull in, sometimes the tailbone peels up. If it had, just re-anchor it, right? We always want to maintain our energy points and our anchor points, which really helps with the depth of stretch here. Focus on breathing into that hamstring. Soften shoulders and make sure the back of your neck is still nice and long. As you're holding this stretch, I want you to draw circles with the foot. And again, take your time. Find nice range of motion. And then feel, again, that travel of the stretch, right? Different sensations, different parts of the leg that are being stretched as the foot moves through. Okay, let's go ahead then and pause. Excuse me, kitty. Come here. Reverse direction. He's a little nosy today. Mr. Bodie. Okay, and then let's bring the foot into still, but let's release the hands, arms beside, toes are pointed, leg draws forward a bit, external rotation of thigh. Keep the leg strong and firm. Inhale, begin to lower that leg downward towards the floor. Find a level that will work for your body. Exhale, belly firm, feeling the core pulling the leg up, not the leg really doing much work at all. Again, coming down and finding length as you do. Resist so the leg doesn't drop quick. And then also not swinging the leg up, using abdominal strength. Pardon me, kitty, come on. One last time. Lower on a breath in. Exhale, slow pull up and then pause here. Extend the right leg all the way to the floor and flex the foot so it can anchor in. Arms can come out wide if you want a little extra support, and the knee can bend if you're feeling it in the hip flexor. Single leg circles. On an inhale, you're going to cross the leg, kitty. Exhale, circle down, out, and up. Sorry, guys, this is being super stubborn today. Come on. Shoe fly. Thank you. Cross over on a breath in. He's upset at me now. Exhale, circle down, out, up. Remember, feel into the backs of your hips. Keep them anchored and steady. Two more times, rather. Sorry. Cross on an inhale. Circle slowly so that you can help control those hips. One last time. Cross over, inhaling. Circle around. Exhale, stop at the top. Reversing, opening out on an inhale. Circle down, across, and up. Exhale. Open, breathe in. Use the power of that breath out. Let's do two more. Good. One last time. Opening breath in. Circle it around and up. Exhale. Once you've stacked, draw the knee in. Hold on to the knee with your left hand and just take a few circles here with the leg. Again, another hip flexor massage. All right, let's go ahead and then pull both knees now into your chest. Arms are either going to be, again, close beside, out to T, or if you want a little less support and just a little bit more heat, bringing your arms up to the sky, stacked above shoulders. Make sure, though, that the hands are shoulder width apart. Knees in as closely as you can get them, and imprint your spine. Take an inhale. Now exhale, extend both legs away from your body. Reach through your toes here as well. Full extension. Draw the knees back in again on an inhale. So our upper body kind of likes to slide around a bit when we do this. How can we prevent that? Extend legs out, firm up core, imprint spine even more deeply. Use your hip flexors to draw the knees back towards chest. We're going to do two more of these. One more time. Good. Knees into chest, hands on knees, gently rock side to side. Just a brief moment to recover. What I want us to do next is a single leg extension, but much more concentrated, smaller range of motion. However, the positioning of our legs is actually going to have our core working harder than this last round, because then the abdominals are constantly in resistance. So let's take the legs to tabletop to start. So knees above hips, ankles and knees on the same plane. This tends to happen a lot. So root the tailbone straight down to the floor. You're going to feel the thighs push away. You're going to know when your legs are at 90, because right now my core is active to hold that space and to protect my lower back. So because of this, this is our starting and ending point. So now that my core is already working, essentially there's no quote unquote relief. So let's take a breath in. Arm positioning of your choice. Exhale, just the right leg, extend it away, lengthen out, taking it lower to the floor for more heat. Bring it the right leg back to tabletop. Inhale, make sure to really focus on the alignment. Extend the left leg now away from body. Make sure the right leg has not shifted at all. It is frozen in space. Draw the left leg back to tabletop position. Again with the right side. Inhale, draw back in. Left side. Pull back in, inhale. Now this time, we'll do both legs at the same time. Extend away. Only to tabletop as you breathe in. Again, extend away. Tabletop only, inhale. Two more of those. Extension, you can take them lower to really get down deep into the lower abdominal region. Pull back up using that strength, tabletop. One last time. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale, release, recover. Wow, I'm already starting to quiver. So it doesn't take a lot of big, bold, quick movements. A lot of times smaller, slower, much more work needed. All right, let's go ahead from here. Take your feet back to the ground. And then we're going to bring our right leg into a teaser position. So what you're going to do is just lift the foot off the ground, straighten the leg out, and then line the thighs up. So they're parallel to each other, pointed toes, external rotation of thigh. Arms are going to be lifted, stacked above shoulders. Take a breath in. Using your core strength, exhale, lift up head, neck, and shoulders. The arms are going to draw forward just a little bit, and you're going to reach upward towards the foot. Notice my arms now are parallel to that right leg. My shoulders plug in. Back down again on the inhale. Subtly restack the arms. Again, the lift is coming from your core, not your shoulders, so don't pull them up to your ears. And then come back down again. Breathe in. If your right leg had shifted, readjust. We're doing 4 more. 4. And return back down. 3 more. Notice how slowly I'm peeling the body up, right? Take your time, both coming up and returning down. Twice more. Moving with my breath. Once more. Stay here. Take the arms down to hover, stiffen them up. Pump, pump, pump. Don't move anything else within you. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Foot to floor, head and shoulders down, arms rest. Turn head from side to side. All right, wonderful. Bring your head back to center. Left leg now coming into its teaser point. Lifted foot, extended leg, lined up thighs, pointed toes, external rotation of that left leg. Arms extend, stack, keep hands shoulder width apart. Take a breath in. Prepare, right? Breathe in, fill up. Pull up using power of exhale and power of core. Reach high, but don't let the shoulders follow. Come down on an inhale. Again. Good. Chest is lifted, chest is open. We're doing 4 more. Two more times, guys. One more. Lifting. Stay lifted. Arms to hover. Palms face down. Pump, pump, pump. Don't hold on to that breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then rest. Head, shoulders down, arms down, foot down. Whew. Maybe some movement here if you'd like. Okay. Just releasing the body. A lot of core already. All right. Let's go ahead and move into a nice deep back body stretch while working the abs through our roll-ups. I love this exercise. It's dual purposed. And our body, it gets really tight. So this is a nice way to get the entire back end while we get to strengthen our muscles. Arms reach behind, legs extend forward. Remember to always flex the feet. Keep the inner edges of feet paralleled. Don't let the ribs pop, as that is very common here. So imprint spine, seal ribs down, activate your core. When you breathe in, start the lift. The arms, the head, and shoulders begin. Then about tips of shoulder blades, exhale, slowly peel your body up. Sit really tall. Take your time to hinge, fold, stretch. We're going to be here for just a moment. So keep pushing out through the heels of your feet. Keep stretching your heart forward to the toes. Let your head fall heavily through the arms. The arms are elevated parallel to thighs. Shoulder blades draw down your backside. Good. Next inhale, let's stack up tall. Fingertips reach to the sky. When you exhale, I want you to tuck your tailbone under first. The lower back starts rounding, middle, upper back, and you return to the floor with control, one vertebra at a time. And then never let the legs relax. They are an anchor. They are important. Again, starting the movement, breathing in. Force that air out when it becomes physically challenging. Stack tall, posture for the stretch. Hinge, fold, release. Sit upright on your breath in. Make sure that you look straight ahead as you come down so that the chin stays neutral. Arms, try to keep them in line with your ears if you can. And then gracefully landing on the floor. Yeah. Let's do 2 more of these. Pull up slower than you'd like to, right? Really force the muscles to do the work versus relying on any form of momentum. Stretch here. Whew. Stack up, inhale. And then rolling down. Feel the core really scooping and hollowing out here. Good, guys. One last time. Breath in, it starts. Tips of shoulder blades. Exhale, feel the legs anchor down to the floor. The heart lift to the sky. Hinge, fold, and stretch, stretch, stretch. For this time on our breath in, we're going to sit back upright. We're going to stay seated though. We're just going to exhale and lower the arms down beside us. Wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and just take a quick quarter turn to face the camera, just a little bit easier to see what the arm movement is going to be for our next exercise. So we're going to stay in the seated position with legs extended forward. If having them fully extended bothers your hip flexors, pulls on your lower back, or you're feeling like you're not really sitting tall enough, bending your knees is going to release the hip flexors, let the lower back release, and it's also going to allow for that extra length. So legs are still squeezed together, feet are still flexed. I'm going to have you bring your arms out in front of you. So arms are shoulder width apart. They are in line with the shoulders as well, the palms faced down. Take a breath in, get a little bit taller. Exhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back and lock in. Beautiful. Spread out your fingers. Now on an inhale, bend your elbows. Pull the elbows back, but you want the elbows to stay in line with the shoulders. Hug between shoulder blades. Now exhale, lift your fingertips up to the sky. Your arms are now in a cactus position. Notice my elbows have not dropped, still lined up. Breath in, I'm going to lower the forearms, the wrists, the hand, pressing down. Again, now in line with shoulders again. And then exhale, I'm going to extend arms fully in front of me. Okay, again, breath in, we pull back. Feel this between the shoulder blades, the rhomboids. This external rotation, swiveling up, cactus arms. Press down on your inhale. Extend forward on your exhale. We're going to do 2 more of these. Inhale, draw back. Belly firm, keep that posture. Exhale, slowly pull up. Inhale, press down. Exhale, extend forward. One last time. So we draw back. We lift and open up. We press back down. We extend forward. And then we melt forward. Let your feet relax. Let your arms relax. Let your head relax. And then breathe into your back body. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Let's do that again. Breath in. Let's roll up to seated on the breath out. Once you stacked up, flex the feet again. Now our arms are going to come out to T. Spread fingers, reach from wall to wall, draw shoulder blades in, down, chest up, belly firmed. Working next with the obliques or waistline. Don't let your arms lead anything. They're just going to follow. Take an inhale, get taller out through crown of head. Exhale, take a twist over to your right. Get taller as you rotate. Small movement here. Feel the left arm kind of resist a little bit. Center your body on an inhale. Feel this in your torso, rotating you, twisting you to the left. Eyes stay at the horizon. Come back through center on the inhale. Again, to your right, making sure the legs are not shifting. That would be an indicator that also your pelvis and the hips and the sits bones had. So we're trying to keep everything anchored and stabilized while we have this isolated movement of the upper body. But the upper body itself is frozen in the same spot it started in. Come back through center. Now let's pause. Lift our arms to the sky, frame the ears, plug the shoulders in. Now let's try to take that rotation, but don't let the arms Leave there space. Come back through center, breathe in. Take it over to the left. Good, come back through center. Let's do one more to each. Back over to the right. Notice if there's a change in your range of motion or sensation. Exhale to your left. Come back through center. And then again, let the arms float down, melt forward, release feet, arms, head. Big breaths in. Long breaths out. Good, one more inhale. Roll to seated again on the exhale. Beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and take another quarter turn to face along the side. A little bit easier now to get back into workspace. All right, legs are still extended out in front. Posture is still tall. Arms are going to meet the legs out in front, palms facing, hands shoulder width apart. Let's get taller. Breathe in. Exhale, let's tuck the tailbone under and roll back just a notch. Hold here. Take another inhale. Keep your feet flexed. Exhale, lift your right leg off the ground, strengthening quad and core. Take the leg down with control. Breathe in. Then lift the left leg off the ground. Take the leg down on an inhale. Roll back a bit further. Exhale. Stay there. Inhale, chest open, shoulders down. Right leg again, pulls up. Take it down, breathing in. Exhale the left side, lifting. Nice and slow, no kicking up, no momentum. Take the leg down on an inhale. Roll back a little bit further, exhale. And then breathe in. Right leg again. Take it down, inhale. Left side. Yeah, a lot of control needed. Come down on an inhale. Roll back a tad more. Exhale, stay here. Breathe in. Now both legs. Take it down. Inhale. Keep that core as tight as you can. Again, exhale. Firm up that belly. Feel the core. Trying to lift the legs and pull them up. Yeah, come down on an inhale. Let's try it one last time. Ooh, nice and shaky. Come down on your breath in. Roll all the way to the floor. And recover. Movement if you'd like. Stillness if you prefer. I like to do a little bit of windshield wiper for my lower back, my hips. Wonderful. All right. We are going to transition now. Let me just check the time, see where we're at. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get into our side leg work. So let's roll onto our right side to begin. And then on your right side, you're lined up nice and you're stacked up nice. The head can be propped up with your right hand for support. That really helps with our balance. But if that starts to pinch or strain the neck and shoulder region, I'll have you rest all the way onto the lengthened arm. And then your left hand is going to come onto your hip. You're pointing your elbows straight to the sky. We're starting with our feet flexed. The bottom leg presses down. Top leg hovers. Let's point the toes of that left foot to feel the leg lock. And then from the hip joint, I want you to draw some circles with that left leg. Now, you might be a little wobbly at first, so how do we support that core? Right, so we pull our belly in to make sure that the upper body doesn't wobble when the leg moves. And then also your bottom leg, right? Like I mentioned, it's your anchor. We want that pressed down firm to help support more surface area that's anchored, better control we can have. Good, keep on breathing. 3, 2, 1. Let's pause and reverse the direction. So reach out through those toes. Take your time. Check with the elbow. If it started shifting, I want you to readjust. Try to keep it steady. And we'll stay here for 3, 2, 1, and then pause. Let's take if your leg is lifted a bit high like mine is, take it to hover. Now externally rotate the thigh. On a breath in, you're going to take the toes and slide them up the inside of your right, or left leg rather. Point your right knee to the sky. No, I'm sorry. Let's start over again, shall we? Inhale, you're going to slide the toes up the inside of your right leg. You're going to bend your left knee, point it to the sky. Now pause here. So if our hip muscle isn't really working and it's giving way, the knee falls forward. I want your knee to press back, but without the hip falling back or the shoulder falling back. You're squeezing into that hip and glute muscle to help open up. From here, lift your legs straight up to the sky. Flex your foot, and then take the legs slowly back to a hovered space. Then you'll point the toes. Inhale, slide toes up the inside of the right leg, bend your left knee, knee point straight up, lift leg as high as you can to sky, flexed foot, and begin to lower leg back to hover. Let's do 2 more of these. Pointed toes, inhale, slide up and extend. Flex, exhale, return to hover. Last time, pointed toes, breath in, slide up, lift high, flex the foot, and then take the leg back to hover. Once here, you're going to internally rotate the leg so the toes face forward. And you're going to pulse the leg up to sky, find a small movement, but it's always lifting higher, 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 up. Roll in. 5. Breathe it out. 4. Keep it up there. 3. Use that hip strength. 2. Keep on breathing. 1. Good. Slowly take the leg all the way back down. Bend the knee to the floor in front of you. Take a moment to just kind of tap or massage or rub out the hip. Right, so a lot of control is needed. A lot of body parts are actually engaged, involved to support you. It's not just the core, wasn't just the hip, it was that bottom leg like I had mentioned. It's also the arms, right? This arm that I'm propped up with isn't just limp and noodly, nor is this one. It's not just kind of wobbly and hanging out. I am anchoring in, I'm plugging my shoulders into the sockets, making sure my bicep muscles are active, right? I'm squeezing in. So all these muscles that can activate are all gonna help balance you as well. Okay, left foot behind the right leg, bending knee, pointing knee to sky. Now, hips are no longer stacked, and that's to be expected. What I don't want to see though is this fall back. I want you to still be lying on your right side. Hand back to hip, elbow back to sky. Then take the left leg, or right leg. Geez Louise, guys, I apologize. My lefts and rights aren't working today. Right leg is going to pull out in front of you just a little bit more. It's just going to give you space for movement. You're going to flex that right foot, hover the leg, and now externally rotate the thigh. You're going to feel the inner edge of your heel angling upward. Now we're going to strengthen our inner thigh muscles, lower abs, and pelvic floor region. On your exhale, squeeze a breath out and lift the leg up. Hover the leg on and inhale. Again, exhale. Squeeze that breath out all the way down. Inhale, fill back up. We're going to do 4 more. 4. And then hover. 3 more. Check where that elbow is. Good. Take it back to hover. 2 more times. Good. Coming back to hover. Last one, guys. Exhale, slow lift. Hold the leg there. Now, as you breathe in, bend the knee. Pull the knee towards your chest. And then push the leg out, but reach up. Okay? Notice my upper body didn't shift at all. That's what we want to try and achieve here. So bend knee, pull leg in. What's working here? Exhale, press outward, upward. Let's do just 2 more of these. Pull in on an inhale. Drive it out through the heel of foot. Exhale, so never lose that flex. Once more, pull leg in. Drive leg out. And then slowly take the leg back down to the ground for just a brief moment. What I'd like us to do from here You're going to take the right leg that you kind of angled out forward more. I want you to pull it back in closer to your body. And then that might also help you to stack up a little bit better here. So now feel your left hip kind of pull forward to align better. I want you to take your left leg up to the sky, and I want you to hold that leg firm with your left hand. This is going to work your inner thigh of your right side. So let's go ahead and start with that leg hovered off ground. On your exhale, you're going to try to pull it up to meet your left leg. And then take it down, breathe in. Gonna be a little bit wobbly, that's okay. Firm that belly, squeeze to lift the leg up. Flex foot or pointed toes either way to keep that leg stiff and strong. We're gonna do 4 more of these. 4, and then take it down. 3 more. Good, slow release. I can feel myself really wobbly here. 2 more. Take it down. 1 last time. Try to squeeze up, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Can I get closer, closer, closer? Wow. Go ahead and take that right leg back down gently to the floor. Once you had release the left leg, slowly lower that leg down. Make sure your body now really lines up. You are now resting on your right arm. Your left arm is going to extend straight to the sky. Your fingers are spread, your palm is forward, and the shoulder anchors into socket. Toes are pointed here, and legs are squeezed tightly together. Now, your bottom arm should do nothing here. We're never going to use it to push off of, because then you're not working your core, you're working your arm. So keeping that as relaxed as possible, take a breath in. Exhale, cinch in your left side body and lift your head and lift your legs off the ground. Return down, breathe in. Now, making sure that left arm doesn't pull away from its aligned space. Exhale as you lift the head, lift the legs. Make sure that left hand reaches straight up to the sky, nice and vertical. And then come back down on your inhale. We're doing 4 more of these. 4. Release. 3 more. Good, release. Keep those toes pointed, those legs squeezed. 2 more times, find lift. Good, bring it back down. 1 last time, let's lift, but then let's stay lifted with toes pointed, legs firmed. We're gonna paddle the legs forward and back. Small and a little bit quicker of movement. Make sure everything else is steady still. 3, keep your lift. 2, keep your breath. 1, pause. Now, much slower and a lot bigger. Scissor the legs. Take your time with these because these are way more challenging. And what we want to see here is that left arm steady and still rather than waving around. We want it to be like a pole, nice and sturdy. 3, find that big range of motion. 2, 1, and then let the legs come together. Release everything down. Rest. Wonderful. So while you guys are resting, so when we're in those big scissors, it's much easier to have the bottom leg forward and the top leg back. When it comes down to switching, that's where it gets really tricky. So just kind of still fight that and find that range of motion, but really take your time getting into that spot. Alrighty, we are going to go to the other side next. So however it's easiest for you to transition onto your left side body. And then again, make sure you're in a nice straight line, you're stacked up, your hands on your hip, your elbows to sky, flexed feet to start. Bottom leg is a firm anchor, press down. Top leg is going to lift and hover. Internal rotation. We'll start with the toes pointed on the right foot. Feel it really lock out that leg. Movement is from the hip. Circles, take your time. Pull the belly in firm. Support yourself. Isolate. Breathe. Good. 3, 2, 1. Pause. Let's reverse the direction. Big breath in. Big breath out. Check your elbow and adjust if necessary. Good. 3, 2, 1. And then pause. Take the leg closer to hover if it had lifted a bit higher, and then externally rotate the thigh. Don't let the hip fall back. Don't let the shoulder or elbow fall back. Stay stacked. On a breath in, you're going to take the toes, slide them up the inside of your left leg, bending knee, and then press the knee back so you activate the hip. Lift the leg up as high as you can. Flex the foot, resist as you come down. Point the toes again. Inhale, slide up. Reach high. Exhale, flex. Taking it down. 4 more. Slide, lift, flex, control down. 3 more times. Watch your elbow as you move through this. It stays nice and still. Good. Flex. Hover. Twice more. Pointed toes. Inhale. Exhale once more. Good. Once you've come to hover, keep the flex in your foot. Just internally rotate the leg. Pulse the leg up, but keep lifting higher, 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 and hold it there. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly take the leg all the way back down. Bend the knee to the floor in front of you. And let's take a moment to tap out or roll out or rub out that hip. Okay. So we're going to get to that left inner thigh next. So let's go ahead and take that right foot behind the left leg, pointing knee to sky. Hip falls back, but not a whole lot, right? Just a subtle shift. Left leg is going to angle out in front just a bit more. Hand back to hip, elbow back to sky. Flex your left foot, hovered leg, external rotation of. When you exhale, lifting the leg up, squeezing inner thigh, lower ab, and then hover on an inhale. Again, lift. And then hover. We're going to do 4 more of these. 4. And hover. 3 more times. Find lift. And then hover. We're doing it 2 more. Lift. Good. Heel kissing sky, right? Let that lead the movement. Once more, external rotation remains. Lift and hold here. Inhale. Bend the knee. Pull the knee closer towards your chest. And then exhale, push out. Use your right foot as an anchor. Press down. Pull the knee in. Use your left arm. Press it into the floor as well. And then push the leg out. Only 2 more. Draw in. Drive away. Last time, pull the knee in. And then push it out, lift it up. And then slowly take the leg all the way down to the floor for just a brief moment. Pull the leg back and kind of line your body up a bit more. Stack up nice. Reach your right leg up to the sky. Grab hold of the leg where you can. Again, without the shoulder straining to your ear. It's not necessary to grab the ankle. Maybe it's at, the calf or just below the knee. Holding though firm with that leg. Flex your foot or point the toes, either one. On your exhale, bottom leg pulls up. And then take it down, breathe in. Again. And then take it to hover. We're going to do 4 more. 4. Take it to hover. 3 more times. So essentially kind of balancing on the outside of your left hip, which can be really tricky. It's really unstable. Let's do 2 more. So take your time, core tight. Good. Hover the leg. Can we get up a little bit higher with the last one? Let's go ahead, try, give it a whirl. Lift and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze up higher, higher, higher. Good. And then, whoa, slowly take the leg down, right? And then release your right leg. Take that leg down and really line up again. So stacked, both sets of toes here are pointed and you're resting on your left arm. Right arm reaches, palm forward, fingers spread. shoulder anchored down, take an inhale. Exhale, lift your head and lift both legs up, cinching in your right side body. Take it down on an inhale. Again, exhale, find lift. You may find one side's a little bit more challenging than the other. Personally, this one is a little bit more tricky for me. 4 more. 4. Release. Good. Tighten up that waistline and then pull up. That hand reaching higher to the sky. Come down on an inhale. Keep those legs tight, tight in. Twice more. That helps us stay balanced. Good. Take it down. Make sure you're not relying on that left arm. One last time. Lift head, lift legs. Hold your lift. Don't hold your breath. We're starting with smaller and a little bit quicker of flutter kicks here with the legs. Good. 3. That right arm steady. 2. 1. Pause. Now, very slowly. Take your time. Remember, when the bottom leg is pulling back, that's when it's most trickiest. Good. Breathe, breathe, breathe through it all. 3, 2, 1. Good. Legs come together, and then everything gently releases. From here, we're going to get a stretch into the hips and the side body. Let's go ahead, and the inner thighs. So let's go ahead, press up to seated. We're going to start with the right leg bent out in front of you, left leg coming into a half straddle out to the side. We're going to flex both feet to support the joints. I want you to take your right heel and kind of push it forward a bit so it's further away from your body. To start, I want you to twist towards the inside of your right thigh. Your left leg is going to roll in, and you're going to, it's almost like a quasi pigeon pose. You're just going to kind of lean forward, stretch your heart past the kneecap, feel your sits bones come off the floor and press back while you're reaching forward with your upper body. And it gives it more tautness, right? More stretch to the hip. And then slowly start to push off the earth. Stack up, sit up tall. You're going to externally rotate that left leg again so the knee points up to sky, toes point up to sky, and you're going to slide your right heel in closer to your body. You're then going to take your right arm, breathing in, reaching it up high as sky, get nice and long in that side, and then you're going to reach up and over to your left on your breath out. So we're stretching a bit into the inner thigh and groin, and we're getting a nice side body stretch here. Make sure the arm didn't fall in front of you. It's in line with your ear. You can use your left elbow to press into the inside of the leg to almost try to roll your heart open to sky as an option, not a requirement. Breath into the right side body, and then exhale, let it go. Keep pressing that right sit bone into the earth. Breath in. Firm up that belly. Slowly stack up and let that arm come down beside you. All right, we're going to do this on the other side. So I'm going to pull the left leg in, extend the right leg out, half straddle. Now from here, make sure the left heel is pressed out enough so it's not super close into your body. It just gives more stretch sensation. Then you're going to square your torso up to the inside of the leg, hands to the ground. That right leg rather is going to roll in, and then you're going to walk the hands out a bit so you get more length, and then you're going to lower in closer to the inside of the leg, but continue to stretch forward. If you start rounding your back, letting the head drop and pulling the chest away, you've already lost the stretch. I want you to lengthen. That is most important than anything else. Hinge and fold, and then breathe into that outer hip. Good, one more breath in here. Exhale, start to walk the hands in so your shoulders restack. You'll unwind to the front of your workspace, and then that right leg is going to naturally kind of externally rotate. You're going to pull your left heel in closer to your body. You're pushing out through your right heel. Inhale the left arm to the sky. Keep that left sit bone anchored. Stretch over to the right as you breathe out. Arm in line with ear, fingers actively reaching across the room. The right elbow can press into the thigh, and you can roll open if you wish. That may just increase the sensation. It may also get to, again, different kind of angles of that side body. Deep inhale to the left side. Deep exhale, anchor down deeper into that sit bone. Let's do that once more. Breath in, lengthen through those fingertips, and then firm up your belly. Slowly stack yourself up and let the arm come down beside you. I just want to briefly check what time it is, see where we're at. Oh, looky there. Let's go ahead and pull that right leg in, come into a cross-legged position. Arms are going to be down beside you with palms faced up, shoulders rolled open, heart to sky, but then feel the V of your ribs and your pubic bone try to meet towards each other at your navel. You're sealing down. Inhale, let the arms reach out wide, let them lift up high, touch the hands above your head. Exhale, bring your hands through midline down to your heart center. Again, inhaling, reaching out and up. Exhale, pulling within. Once more, breathe in. Feel the energy that you gather between the arms. Let your eyes follow the hands. Watch them as they connect above you. And then feel as you pull all that energy you've collected down to your heart space. Press thumb knuckles to sternum. Draw your chin to your chest. Bow to yourself. Close your eyes. This moment here, thanking yourself for the work that you did, for the dedication you have, and for just treating your body right, breathing into it, connecting to it, and trying to understand it just a little bit more. Thank you guys for another wonderful practice. Enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy your weekend, and I hope to see you next week. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Another good Pilates class for you. I hope you enjoy. Do it as many times as you'd like, and then we'll see you next week. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.